These were the words on everybody's lips and on every street corner in Hong Kong during the 2019 anti-government protests. And on Wednesday, the person who coined the phrase, Edward Leung, was released from prison. The spokesman for the group Hong Kong Indigenous, which lobbied for the city's independence, was serving time for his involvement in what's now known as the Fishbowl Revolution. The 2016 Lunar New Year unrest centered around the government's attempt to clear out street food sellers in Mong Kok, a popular shopping and nightlife district.
After the Mong Kok fishbowl protest, localist movements have started to gain a lot of traction among younger activists. And so what I think that the slogan reflects, it's that generally the public sentiment is one of, we cannot remain status quo, we cannot remain business as usual, we probably will not win, but nevertheless, this is worth a fight, that it needs to challenge the current norms.
Leung emerged as the figurehead of the Hong Kong localist movement, which pushed back against Beijing's control of the city, and he has even been called the spiritual leader of the 2019 protests.
Hong Kong Indigenous was able to deliver the message that the identity as a Hong Konger is never based on ethnicity. It's a value-based system. As long as a Hong Konger, you agree on the values that we share and we uphold, like the rule of law, democracy, being freedom-loving, so on and so forth, you actually are a Hong Konger. They've managed to articulate that love for our identity and for our city in a way that almost all our generation and the generation coming after can resonate with, and that's why they gain so much momentum in the political arena.
This frustration with the futile political rituals performed by traditional pan-democrats coincided with the emergence of a distinct new Hong Kong identity among young activists who came of age during the 2014 umbrella movement. Leung tried to stand in local elections but was barred. Other localists who were able to run were later disqualified after a ruling from Beijing. Leung's critics said his movement was exclusionary and nativist and had no place in formal politics. But to others, it was the opposite. The idea of a community based not on shared blood, but shared ideals. Born in Wuhan, China, Leung not only articulated this, but embodied it as well.
Edward Leung as a figure really highlights the commitment to civic nationalism. So one main strand of argument in localist thinking is that this is not an ethnic-based nationalism. As long as you share the same values, you're able to be included in the sense. Edward himself, being not born in Hong Kong, but nevertheless became a figurehead of the localist movement, it's kind of a good example of this.
Before his release in the early hours of the morning, Leung's family said they were deleting his social media accounts on legal advice. He is regaining his freedom in a Hong Kong that is no longer free. And under additional pressure by a supervision order, he now plans to stay out of the spotlight. But he doesn't even need to speak again for his words to ring in the ears of many Hong Kongers for the rest of their lives. Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.